Hey Moo Crew! As promised, this week we are calorie counting for the 4th of July celebrations. As far as I know, in the UK we don't really have any national celebration days that happen over the summer, so most events centre around warm, cosy foods, but we sure do know how to do a good summer spread, so I'm interested to see the types of food people eat at these kind of parties. Let's get straight to it.
Chat, was that fireworks or gunshots? Hey y'all, so I started out the day with some yogurt because, I just love it. And I got this sugar-free pudding mix from Walmart. I was trying it out, but honestly, it really didn't work. I don't think I put enough, so I put in some sugar-free vanilla syrup. And yeah, so I was trying to make it festive. You can probably see where I was going with this. But I put like frozen blueberries and cherries on there, and I was trying to make it all cute. It's like, oh my gosh, it's an American flag, but it honestly is so ugly, and I don't know. Take a good look at it, because I'm about to ruin it. Okay, everybody got their look? Good, because I'm going to add chocolate chips on top. It's that sweet tooth. I don't know if I got sugar addiction or what.
She starts the day with a yogurt bowl. I can't say I can see the American flag she's going for, but I definitely appreciate the effort. 200 grams of yogurt is 130 calories, plus 78 for the berries and 75 for a tablespoon of milk chocolate chips. The sugary flavourings don't add any calories, so I haven't included those on the list.
But for lunch, I went out and there's like these empanada stands. So I got one with chicken and cheese and one with mozzarella and stuff.
I have never seen an empanada before, but I'd always thought of them as really small, like a couple of bites, but these look bigger, more like a Cornish pasty. She has a chicken and cheese one for 350 calories, plus a caprese one, which is mozzarella and tomato for 370.
Fried gator. What? The scallop? The British mind could not comprehend this, girl. Fried gator? That's crazy.
And then I got this bubble tea. It was really good. It was matcha. And then I tried not Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew. I don't know if you can tell. I didn't really like it. And we were at KFC. And the mashed potatoes taste like those Michelle Obama school mashed potatoes. Like, I don't know what y'all talking about. Those are not good. There's my mom. She's so cute. Love her. I don't know. They taste like Michelle Obama school lunch. Like, it's just not that good. But yeah, so that's what I...
Then we've got a meal from KFC. I find it really cool that you guys can pick what type of chicken piece you want. We have tenders or mini fillets, which are boneless, but then an original piece can be either leg or thigh, and we don't get to choose that. The chicken breast here is the highest at 390 calories. Then we have coleslaw, mashed potato, and a biscuit as sides for 460, plus apple pie poppers for 80, though she does have some leftovers.
Had left. And when I got home, I had one of those Yasso bar things because ice cream addiction.
Then she has one of these Yasso bars in cookie dough flavour. It looks like an ice cream, but it's actually frozen Greek yogurt, so it's only 100 calories.
I just love it. And then when we were watching the fireworks, I had this cake with all this fruit and whipped cream and stuff. Also, pause. What do British people call fireworks? It wouldn't make sense if they didn't have them, but they probably call them something stupid. I don't know. If you're British, sound off in the comments. I really want to know. But while we were watching the fireworks, I had more cake. Ignore, the massive amounts of whipped cream. I know. That was it. Bye.
Okay, I have absolutely no idea why she thought we wouldn't have fireworks, but we do, and that is what we call them. We even celebrate Firework Night on the 5th of November, which is officially called Guy Fawkes Night, and it's basically where we cheer about a guy who tried to blow up Parliament by burning a sculpture of him on a fire, and that was in 1605, so a couple of hundred years, I think, before Independence Day. I think sometimes people forget how much history Britain has. Like, we are old. There are 65 countries that have claimed independence from Britain, so it is genuinely a blip in our very long history of being hated. Anyway, this final meal is a slice of pound cake, which is just a super dense sponge for 350 calories, plus an extra 50 for some berries, 60 for the grapes, and then 50 for the whipped cream. That ends the day on 2,748 calories. I really like how she labels her food so we know if it's part of a meal. This looks like about a cup of watermelon or 150 grams for 50 calories. According to their website, 50 goldfish crackers are one serving. So if we say this is 2 servings, it's 280 calories plus another 140 for the red grapes. This is some impressive self-control because you could never catch me with 7 crisps and a 1-bite serving of guacamole. The chips here are 105 calories plus 30 for the guac. Again, compared to the spread of barbecue food available, this plate is relatively unprocessed and low calorie. The grilled chicken breasts are 280 calories each. There's about 70 calories of barbecue sauce there, and then the baby potatoes are 240 for 12, but that doesn't include any butter they might be coated in. Based on the rest of her day, I think it's a fair guess that she had no more than 2 dunks into this s'mores dip, especially considering the donuts were both plain. Each Krispy Kreme glazed donut is 190 calories, plus we'll go for about 350 calories of s'mores dip, assuming that it's got butter and chocolate chips. The day ends at 2,410, which is also a very reasonable number. I was expecting it to be basically a non-stop, all-you-can-eat buffet of barbecue food and alcohol, but maybe we just haven't got to that yet.
Here's everything I ate today on the 4th of July. It's not healthy, just warning you. So, we started at Dunkin'. I got a brown sugar shaken espresso. Those are so good. And we also got a sourdough breakfast sandwich. My mom and I split it in half. It has like cheese and bacon and eggs. So good.
This is apparently a limited edition drink that Dunkin' are doing in collaboration with Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know if I'm missing something, but espresso, syrup and milk sounds like an iced latte to me. The large size, which I think this is 230 calories plus 325 for half of the breakfast sandwich.
And then I went to Put-in Bay, or like the island, and my aunt got me a coffee. So of course I had to drink it. I can't just not drink it. It was like a white chocolate raspberry. Then we snacked on some popcorn.
So the base milk for the latte is around 150 calories. Then if we're assuming 50 calories per syrup pump and we've got 2 for raspberry and 2 for white chocolate, that is 350 calories for the drink plus 90 calories for the serving of popcorn.
This is the best popcorn ever. Then we went to lunch. My mom and I got mozzarella sticks. And I got a lobster roll. This is like the first time I've ever had a lobster roll, which is crazy because I love seafood.
The mozzarella sticks are 95 calories each, plus about 20 for the small pot of salsa. She only eats 2/3 of the lobster roll, and they're typically around 600 calories because they're made with mayonnaise and butter. So it's 400 for what she ate. Then she left all but maybe 2 of the chips, so I haven't bothered including those.
But my stomach kind of hurts, so I didn't finish it. I don't know what that was about. And then we went to the candy store, and I got a Rice Krispie with chocolate and M&Ms, of course. It was really good. And then I got a scoop of ice cream, and then I contemplated if I really wanted that.
Rice Krispies themselves are obviously full of air, so really low calorie, but everything else about this snack is basically just butter and sugar. If we say the base cake is 250 calories, a thick covering of milk chocolate would be at least 150, plus 100 for the M&Ms on top. Then we've got 2 scoops of a cookies and cream ice cream on a wafer cone for 320 calories.
I had it anyways. And then I had a Spindrift, of course, sparkling water, so good. We went to a winery and I got a little grape juice cup and cheese and crackers.
We don't usually include a diet drink here, but this sparkling water is 15 calories, so it has just made the cut. 100 ml of grape juice is 70 calories. We don't really have grape flavoured things in the UK. There is one brand though called Schlur, and they make fizzy grape juice to imitate wine. Let me tell you, it was a top hit at underage sleepovers. Although we are British, so it became real wine pretty quickly. I would barely even call the crackers a snack, but still it's 55 calories.
And I had that in some Diet Coke. So random, but so good. Oh, and then for dinner I had a burger and watermelon. And, you know, classic 4th of July. And then I had a smoothie for fireworks, and that's all. Goodbye.
I can't see any cheese, so we've got a beef patty in a white bread roll with ketchup and mustard, making this burger 360 calories, and 3 large cubes of watermelon are 45. It's impossible to say what's in this smoothie, but it looks like the colour and consistency of oats and banana, which would be about 280 calories for a medium cup. The total intake for this 4th of July is 3,450 calories. She did tag this as what I ate in a day, but it seems like it's actually what she just had at the fair, so bear that in mind. She probably had more food before or after. This large lemonade is 300 calories. This is one that always gets me because over here, generally lemonade is just Sprite or 7-Up. Seeing the freshly squeezed still drink on a menu is pretty rare, and I don't think many people would go for it for this many calories. Fair food is usually bigger and so more calories, but these tenders look quite small, so I think still 100 calories each, plus 400 for the French fries and 100 for the honey mustard sauce pot. Food stores tend to use fattier cuts of pork like shoulder or rear, so this portion would probably be around 400 calories plus 140 for the brioche bun. I'm guessing the chocolate ice cream scoop was bigger than this when she was served it, so that is usually 250 calories. These waffle cones are 140 calories, and I have to say that is more than I was expecting, since the sugar cones we saw in the last video are only 30. But these cones are my favourite part of an ice cream, especially the ones that have that little bit of hard chocolate that is really hard to get like right in the tip. Her total intake at the fair is 1,960 calories.
Everything I got to eat today on the 4th of July as a girl that loves to eat, the only way to do a road trip right is if you're stopping to get Dunkin'. I got an iced vanilla latte, and then I also got these little omelet bites.
Do you guys have any of those words? Like, no matter how many times you write it, you just cannot remember which letters there are 2 of, because that for me is omelette, so no comments if this is wrong again. The large vanilla latte is 175 calories and the omelette bites are 185. So either there is nothing in the omelette bites but 2 eggs, or they're just made with egg whites and then other toppings.
Of course, I fed my boyfriend the entire car ride because he wouldn't just use his own arm. Once we arrived to our destination, we headed straight for the food. We had seen so many people getting these nacho hats, so of course we had to get one for ourselves.
There are a few stadiums that do these nacho hats. According to people online, the Detroit Stadium is specifically famous for it, but there's a few others that it could be from too. Maybe one of you can tell from the team colours in the background. Looking across all of them, the calories range from 1,350 to 1,700. So we'll hit in the middle and say that her half was 750 calories.
Load it up. I honestly couldn't even tell you what was on it because I feel like everything possible was on it. We ended up eating that throughout the whole game, so by the time we got home, we were absolutely starving, and we didn't really know what would be open because it was the 4th of July, so we popped over to Taco Bell. I did have a gift card, so it was like basically free if you girl math it. I ended up getting a beefy 5-layer burrito, and then I also got the Cantina chicken quesadilla. And then to share, Luke and I got the nacho cheese fries with extra cheese sauce on the side so that we could dip our quesadillas and burritos into them. I slightly overate, but honestly, I don't regret it. I'm very much happy that we ended up going with Taco Bell. We almost ended up making protein pancakes, but I was like, let's have a little fun. It's a holiday.
She has 2 main dish items from Taco Bell. The 5-layer beef burrito is 490 calories, and the chicken quesadilla is 650. I would have expected that to be the other way around, but I think quesadillas have way more cheese. She shared the nacho fries and cheese sauce with her boyfriend, so half a portion is 210 calories, which ends the day at 2,455.
What I eat in a day on an anti-inflammatory diet, 4th of July edition. I'm an active 24-year-old just trying to feel her best with a very sensitive gut, so here's everything I ate today. For breakfast, I had a protein chia and flax pudding. I added berries and topped it with organic PB Fit, cacao nibs, and bee pollen.
I have to be honest, these kind of meals are a nightmare to track. Like, what do you mean bee pollen is food? But we're gonna give it a good go. So, if she's following the autoimmune protocol, the milk used in the chia pudding has to be coconut milk, which makes one serving 200 calories. We don't know which brand of protein powder she uses, but assuming it's plant-based, it's usually around 110 calories per scoop. Then we have a handful of blueberries and strawberries for 40 calories, a tablespoon of melted peanut butter for 95, then about 30 calories for the sprinkle of cacao nibs and bee pollen, which apparently can be used to replace sugar.
Mid-morning, I had my favorite chocolate mint matcha. This recipe's on my page and it's so good.
This is essentially just a matcha latte with extra flavouring. So again, assuming coconut milk, which is where the bulk of the calories come from, it's 140.
I had some organic turkey, apple slices, and organic peanut butter.
Portion-wise, I think most people would consider this a snack rather than lunch. The 5 turkey slices are 125 calories, plus 95 for the apple and 95 for the peanut butter.
For dinner, I had grilled chicken breast, paleo ketchup, and this gluten-free pasta salad that my mom made. I also definitely would have added some avocado to the chicken breast, but they were all out.
Paleo ketchup is made without sugar, so it's usually just tomato puree, vinegar, spices, and some sort of sweetener like honey, or maybe in this case bee pollen. The calories are on par with regular ketchup at 20 per tablespoon. She also has a chicken breast for 280, a cup of gluten-free pasta for 210, and some chopped cucumber and tomatoes for an extra 40 calories.
For dessert, I was so excited to try this Fronen ice cream. It's gluten and dairy-free and made from the simplest ingredients, and guys, it was so good. I highly recommend picking one up.
This looks to be about 2 servings to me, which is 314 calories. I'm glad the packaging calls this a frozen dessert because I have such a pet peeve for when a mock version of something calls itself the real thing. The other day, I bought a pina colada ice cream from a farm shop, only to get home and discover its only ingredients were coconut milk and fruit puree. Don't get me wrong, sometimes I am in the market for a healthy alternative, but don't pitch me creamy cocktail and deliver sad baby food. This day is 1,904 calories.
Here's everything I eat on the 4th of July. It's 10:23. Blackberry White Claw. It's 10:53. Blackberry. Delicious. Busy.
I am not even kidding. They were handing these out at a train station in London when they launched them in the UK. And you all know how I feel about our lack of flavoured fizzy waters. So you can bet I walked past them 3 times to get enough for me to last the day in the office. It wasn't until like my second can that my boss was like, "Calorie counting cow, do those have alcohol in?" I can tell you what, my afternoon definitely passed by much quicker than usual. The blackberry flavour are 100 calories each.
My brother brought me a hot dog. Drinking some water. I'm not.
This is already very much what I imagined a 4th of July was really like. A hot dog sausage is 180 calories, the bread roll is 120, and the ketchup is 20, so that is 320 altogether.
I'm having another hot dog. Cheers. Burger stole my hot dog. Jolly Rancher watermelon stick. Slice the watermelon. Very good.
Is there something connecting watermelon to the 4th of July? Because that also seems to be a theme here. She adds another 320 calorie hot dog, 35 for the Jolly Rancher, and 80 calories for the large watermelon wedge.
This is my plate. Plate number 2.
It is really hard to tell what she's got on these plates, but I'm going to give it my best shot. So, on plate number 1, we've got another watermelon slice for 80 calories, a burger slider with no cheese, I think, for 220, maybe a bit less than a cup of pasta salad for about 250 calories, as well as a regular salad for 45, then another hot dog sausage for 180. On the second plate, I think that is a small slice of baked blueberry cheesecake for 350 calories, and then literally 3 chips for a final 20.
More watermelon. More watermelon. It's the perfect watermelon. I'm eating Madeline's leftover watermelon too. I'm having another plate. Now, 7:53 p.m. Taco salad with Doritos. Another slice of watermelon. And a hot dog with ketchup.
We are up to 5 slices of watermelon for 400 calories and another hot dog sausage for 180. I can only begin to imagine that a taco salad is just nachos with lettuce added in, and that wouldn't really make a difference to the calories. So one portion of that, I'm going for 350 calories, which is the same as a side portion of nachos.
Be silly to keep the last piece. Volunteer.
And lastly, I'm taking a hot dog with ketchup for the road.
I'm gonna cry.
At this point, this is at least half of a big ass watermelon, right? Like, I think we're all agreeing this is impressive. Adding in that final slice and the final hot dog, she ends the day at 3,125 calories. I feel like she really embodied the spirit of the day with her food choices here.
This is everything that I ate on the 4th of July, 22 weeks pregnant. And let me just tell y'all, this may have been the best 4th of July ever. Because this is the first 4th of July I'm eating for 2, and I really do not care how much I eat. I started out my day with just a bowl of cereal because I was running late and I really needed to leave the house.
Okay, I'm just going to pause there because she's already shown us a lot of food and I don't think her voiceover matches up. So we've got a bowl of Cocoa Pops with, let's assume, semi-skimmed milk for 205 calories. Then for lunch, she has 2 hot dogs. We know the drill for this by now. A big pile of crisps for 260 calories and 5 large cubes of watermelon for 75.
To be honest, I was trying to save some room for lunch, okay? Because I have quite literally had one pregnancy craving, and that right there would be a grilled hot dog. And let's just say there's only a few days a year that I get a grilled hot dog, and 4th of July is one of them. So for lunch, I got myself 2 grilled hot dogs, some watermelon, some chips, and a crisp Coke Zero. And what is 4th of July without homemade ice cream? So I had some homemade Oreo ice cream.
As extras to lunch, we're adding in another portion of crisps for 130 calories and 25 for the raspberry rosé poppy drink. I think it's fair to guess that a ladle is about 2 ice cream scoops, so we've got that amount of Oreo ice cream for 280 calories.
Oh, it looks like concrete though. And y'all, we had eaten all the food by dinner, so we had to go to Chick-fil-A. And somehow I got volunteered to go pick it up, so I had to pour me a sweet tea before I left to go back. And I also had to give me a french fry for the road, even though I literally was only in the car for like 5 minutes. And then when I got back, I just ate like 5 or 6 chicken nuggets. And that was my entire day of eating. And I really wish every day could be 4th of July.
It is blowing my mind that gallon drinks exist. The biggest bottle of soda you can get here is 2 litres, and a gallon is almost double that. She pours herself a large sweet tea for 230 calories, then has a regular fries for 420, plus 5 of their chicken nuggets for 160. The total intake for the day is 2,405 calories, which is generally speaking about right for a pregnant woman. And from what she says, she clearly doesn't eat this amount of processed foods on a regular day. So all things considered, she really could have gone a lot more crazy than she did. So that concludes our 4th of July calorie count. I find celebration food so interesting, so please do genuinely tell me if any of these days look similar to yours, or if your family has specific traditions that they do every year. I would love to hear about it. The next video will be a weekly roundup of new What I Eat in a Day TikTok videos on Saturday, so make sure to subscribe to catch it.